Hey guys, it's Aubrey from Table Community. I want to welcome you to our new weekly vlog called Together on Mission. So Together on Mission is a weekly vlog where we're going to talk about what it means to know and become like Jesus, where you live, where you work, and where you play. And so the point of doing this whole thing is really to integrate discipleship into our everyday lives, the places and the rhythms, the things that we normally do. So that discipleship isn't something that you just come to church to get, but that we are actually being disciples in the places where we live, work, and play. And so that is my hope through doing all of this. But to really understand what that is, I want to begin by talking about what a disciple is. A disciple is really two things. A disciple is an apprentice. That is somebody who is actively working to know and become like Jesus. One of the primary ways that we understand ourselves as followers of Jesus is as his students, as his apprentice. That Jesus is the master, that he's got it figured out, and that we are apprenticing under him. That's what it means to know him, to have a relationship with him, and that relationship is defined really in the sense of a parent and a child, really in the sense of a teacher and a student. And so through that relationship, we are working to know Jesus, to have a relationship with him, and to become like him. And so the first thing a disciple is an apprentice. The second thing a disciple is a disciple maker. So one of the things Jesus is actively doing is making disciples, that is making students, that is making children that would ultimately become like him. And so as a disciple, we want to pattern our lives in the same way that Jesus patterns his life. And so to be a disciple is to be a disciple maker. And that's a very important distinction, that is something that we should actively be trying to do. We should always be asking ourselves, who is it in my life that I am leading to them to help know and become like Jesus? One of my biggest fears as a pastor is that this is what we are. Is that we are a church, and we are a church, that we are a church, and that we exist as an institution to create groups where discipleship can happen, okay? And so you're like, isn't that what we're supposed to do? Yes, in fact, that's what the institution, the building, the whatever you want to call it, the church is supposed to do. But the church is ultimately in the people business. We want to help people know Jesus. We want to help people become like Jesus. As an institution, as a pastor, really a lot of my job is creating spaces and those kind of things, environments where people can come and those kind of relationships can flourish. But ultimately, we want to move to be something more significant than that right there. We want to be people who are disciples, who there are groups, there are families, where we live, work, and play that make up a church. Okay? If we are truly disciples, if we are truly people who know and become like Jesus, and we're helping other people know and become like Jesus, all that will happen where we live, work, and play, so that when we come together on a Sunday morning, once a week, what's happening there is that we are coming together as people who are already actively knowing and becoming like Jesus outside of the walls of the church, coming inside the building of the church to worship together. And there's a difference there, and there's a distinction that needs to be made. This thing right here is the whole reason we're doing the vlog. Is because we want to put a tool in your hand in the places where you already live, work, and play outside of this building, so that you can know and become like Jesus in those places, and that you can help others know and become like Jesus where they live, work, and play as well. And that's what it means to be a disciple. And so look forward to this vlog. It's going to come out once a week, every week. And look for it in your email. Look for it on social media. We'll be posting it. Table Community, go and make disciples.